People will believe just about anything. Just ask the most smartest, most intelligent person I know, Oyen.
What, is that supposed to be fake news? Wow, all right.
First of all, what is fake news?
I would say fake news is just lies, really. People distorting information for a particular agenda.
We used to rely on journalists to fact check things.
Yeah. Someone could put out fake news and the media picks it up and reports it, so it blows even bigger. And you're kind of like, where did this come from? Why is nobody checking if this is the truth?
Online, you can never know who the source is because several people may have shared it by the time it gets to you.
Yeah, and then that's where it just gets a life of its own.
Yeah.
So if we say it's not down to the publisher then, does that mean that it's down to us?
Yeah, well, you're responsible for your everyday life, like brushing your teeth and da-da-da. So you should be responsible for what you consume.
Because we have to train ourselves against what's going on out there.
My mum, she sends me like loads of like things that I deem as fake news. Like she'll show me a video of someone in their home cutting open a packet of, I don't know, meat, and it's got like a rat inside, and then she's going, don't go to Tesco's. Like that could just be someone in their home
who's
cutting open.
Made it up.
Yeah, who's made it up.
Yeah.
Then but her thing is very much on the fact that she can see it visually with her eyes, so it's...
The thing is, do you call your mum out?
Oh yeah, I've called her out on several occasions. She's right all the time, so she's not gonna take my word for it. Like,
can your mum send me these videos?
Just been giving out my mum's number.
I would love to educate the people.
I would read news from your mum.
So did you guys know that McDonald's are reducing their beef patty sizes because of Brexit?
What? They're tiny already. How can you reduce that?
So I went out to the public and told them the same lie, and this is what they thought. Are you aware that McDonald's is reducing the size of its beef patties?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, I don't know whether I trust you, so...
Oh, you don't know whether you trust me?
That's not true.
That's not true.
Right a minute, I'm a little bit shocked.
How do you feel?
So what is the real news then?
What is the real news? I'm asking you. How do you get real news? How do you know the news that you hear is real?
You don't, do you?
I have been definitely a victim of fake news in my news feed and responding.
Oh, so you've fallen for fake news?
I've definitely, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, she's right. I mean, I'm with her. Definitely fallen a few times.
Victim.
I mean, I almost fell for that one, to be honest. McDonald's.
To be honest though, I wouldn't trust you to tell the time, so I don't know like these guys.
Exactly. Yeah, I've only just met you.
Not my mother.
Yeah.
A lot of people were busy. They were going from place to place, and I feel like because of that, it's like we want people to do our thinking for us.
Do you question everything then, or you don't believe anything?
I personally do. I question everything because I think we live in a time where you do have to question everything. Because if you don't, then I think some pretty severe things can happen.
If you look at Brexit recently, for example, I know people that voted for Brexit, but then they were a bit worried to say that they voted for Brexit because it became such a thing about immigrants. They didn't want to be perceived as being racist.
It's the same thing with Muslims. If the media shows this is what Muslims are like, then people automatically assume, well, they all must be like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it all the time where people are just like, oh, I didn't know Muslims thought that, or I didn't know. I'm like, I don't speak on behalf of every single Muslim out there.
It's just my view.
But it's just my view, and I think that's where the media is super dangerous. And it wasn't like this 10 or 15 years ago.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, 10 or 15 years ago, people were a lot more open. And I think slowly, as more things have happened, as things have happened closer to home, and then there's small events that are actually huge events on the global scale, like the Westminster Bridge attacks, that then has a knock-on in people's unconscious. So people don't think, I think about being Muslim a lot because I am me and I look in the mirror, but people don't think about Muslims that often, so the only time they do think about it is when it's like 2 minutes through the news. They're like, oh yeah, Muslims, move on, we've got to make dinner. So I think if there were more Muslims out there in positions of power, like in newsrooms or news desks, then that could have a big impact on how Muslims then get portrayed in the media.
So then, who are you more inclined to trust? What, your friends, social media, the actual news outlets? Like, who are you likely to sort of believe what they've told you?
I feel like I would trust the news media outlets. However, I've now learnt not to get all of my news from one source.
You guys should believe the newspaper. My newspaper. And especially the Feta article. So you guys tell me if this is fake news or real news.
Okay.
High levels of beef residue found in supermarket feta.
Ooh, I could believe that.
I'm going to say fake.
I'm going to say real.
I say fake. Ish.
It is actually fake.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Illegal immigrants started the California wildfires.
What? Yeah. No, I feel like this is too much now. This is definitely something I have to Google. Google's your best friend. Illegal immigrant arrested for starting wildfires.
Are you reading any of the articles or just Google?
Yeah, this is Google. I'm just reading the headlines off of Google. The Daily Mail saying illegal immigrant arrested for starting wildfires in Colorado. So yeah, I mean, we don't know for real if
I feel
this
like that's
is the
not
truth.
enough for me. I feel like that's fake.
It isn't enough, is it?
I feel like I want to get my phone out.
Yeah.
New York Times says how the California it was falsely pinned on an immigrant.
Right, there we go.
So you've got one.
So yeah, this is actually fake news.
Yeah, but that's the problem, isn't it? Because we're all very busy people. We get headlines. If you have the news app, you get notifications. So you just browse through the headlines. You're like, okay, this is happening, that's happening.
I think that's enough for today. Put that paper away now.
Yeah, you better
enough
believe
of the fake news for today.
Yeah.
The problem with this is though as well, like you said, people haven't got time. So people are just reading the headline and then they're going to automatically share that without actually reading the full story.
But if no one has ever questioned you and you haven't really sat down and questioned yourself, you don't really know.
But if someone questions you on Twitter, like, do you think they're questioning you or do you think they're trolling you?
You're not being trolled, it's just a healthy debate.
You haven't had a debate recently because you're talking to the same people with the same kind of views. So actually, where are you being challenged to think maybe there's another way?
Maybe actually I know most of the people on, say, my Facebook pages or, my Instagram are going to be the same kind of people that have my kind of views. And actually maybe that's not good because the news that I'm getting from them is going to be all the same kind of thing. I'm not really challenging myself.
You should sign up to his mum's WhatsApp group.
You
might get
just to really get it.
I think we just need to all make sure that what we're reading is true and fact check more and make sure you don't listen to me.
Definitely not believing any word that you say.
I ain't buying that